Hello everyone. I hope you all are well and healthy and looking forward to what's ahead of us in 2022. Now, after the Click Partner Summit, we all know that Click's vision is going to be linked to confidence. Confidence in data, confidence in analytics, but above all, confidence in decisions and actions based on data and insights. That's great, because Inphinity Suite is not only aligned with this vision, but literally supports it. Understanding the context, understanding the processes, hierarchies, links, associations is exactly about being confident when making decisions. And being able to correct data directly where it is in my ClickSense application, or at least report the data quality issues, is nothing else. Bringing unstructured data into the analytics, providing more insights and more context for you to make the right decisions makes complete sense too. So here we are. Inphinity Suite is going to be very important, hopefully, for all your customers and your solutions you are building in your Click. And let me show you the innovation we will help you to bring into them. Let me start with a quick look back. There were 4 major releases of Infinity Flow. About 20% of new functions and features were based on the feedback, and 80% pure innovation from our kitchen. It completely makes sense because Infinity Flow was quite new product we brought to you, and new ideas come when it is used frequently. And that's exactly what happened with Infinity Forms. We provided 4 major releases of Infinity Forms last year, where about 85% of functions and features was based on the feedback, like QED as a data storage, totals in editable fields, more dimensions support, and much more. And about 15% of new things were pure innovation, like a big step forward with the real-time collaboration we released in December last year. Here with Infinity Forms, let me say big thank you to all of you who collect the feedback from the customers, but also keep thinking about how our products can help you deliver better solutions and how we can push the boundaries of analytics together. So how are we going to do that? In 2022, based on your feedback, there are going to be 4 major releases of Infinity Suite, so you can properly plan testing periods as well as upgrades. And the balance of what's new should be about 80-20 when it comes to functions features based on the feedback and new innovation coming from our team. So feel free to share whatever's on your mind. Our main pillars remain the same. Click nativity for Click users, Click developers, and Click administrators. Maximum security up to enterprise standards. And enterprise readiness, so even hundreds of concurrent users can use our product on a daily basis without any issues. Except for that, there are 4 major areas we want to cover in 2022. The first one is that Infinity Suite should be available and bring value to everyone. Based on that, we want to make it even easier for our products to be used on SaaS, but also when it comes to the hybrid setup, where users access Click via SaaS, but the data in the end is stored on the server of the customer. Another example is simple actionability, not only in Infinity Flow, but also in Infinity Forms. We are going to introduce wizards, the process or hierarchy you can drag and drop and draw by yourself, and some other wizards too. I'll come back to that. Another focus area is the right fit for business apps and solutions you build in Qlik. One example was already mentioned, these actions in forms. So you can transform the Qlik application to the tool full of actions. There shouldn't be any reason to come out of the Qlik sense to take action. In December last year, we released this real-time collaboration experience we definitely want to keep enhancing. And another thing for the solutions that will definitely be interesting is the single form enhancements we are going to bring to you. When it comes to this hybrid and full SaaS deployment specifically, we want to provide more self-service deployment, new console on SaaS, so it's very quick and easy to utilize Infinity Suite on all the environments. And last but not least, we definitely are committed to utilize all the new functions and features that Qlik will provide. I really hope that sounds exciting to you too. To be more specific, very quickly, let me show you the roadmap with a disclaimer that this may or may not happen, because we are open to hear the feedback, so feel free to share any thoughts and ideas with us. In the upcoming release that will be out at the end of February, you will find many new things about get started with Infinity Suite. When it comes to Infinity Forms, we enhanced the commenting. Especially for large companies, this form object commenting is the first front-end extension of Infinity Suite they try. So providing the high standard of collaboration make them even more interested in exploring the rest. So that's the point of view when it comes to end users, and when it comes to developers, we did our best to make your life easier, especially when you use really wide tables. But I'll come back to that later. For now, let's be focused on the future. So regarding Infinity Flow, we almost completely revamped resources, making them more interconnected. So in the documentation, you can now find Tech Tuesday videos, but also many more examples, links to the Infinity Universe, the partner portal, and so on. That's something that's also in place for Infinity Forms and Infinity Mole, but especially for Infinity Flow, it is very important because it's so new approach in the Qlik environment. So we understand it's very important for people to really get started to understand how to think about Infinity Flow before they can master it. And a big rock of the release of February is the new function in Infinity Mole, patterns recognition. So the built-in Qlik native connector for your files and unstructured data now not only reads the content and metadata, but also identifies some personal data, personal information like emails, names, bank accounts, and so on. Naturally, we started with countries that are the closest to us, but we will look for partners who help us with other countries. So let us know if you are interested. The next release of Infinity Suite is going to be focused on Infinity Suite for business apps. In Infinity Forms, we want to introduce a new approach called data-driven choices, where, for example, the chosen value in your drop-down menu will be a result of your selections. So instead of scrolling up and down in the list of employees to choose which one should be responsible for a specific task, you will make selections and click objects and find out who is the right one. Another thing will be new, especially for Infinity Forms, but is very interconnected with Infinity Flow. As you can see, yeah, Infinity Suite completely makes sense together. Is the combination and bringing the actions and REST superpowers to both in the same way. So all the powerful actions you currently know from Infinity Flow, like trigger the reload, make selections, lock, unlock selections, set variable value, and so on, we want to bring to Infinity Forms in the way that you can customize it based on what you need to do in your solution, in your business app. And as I mentioned, when it comes to Infinity Mole, we will keep working on the patterns recognition. In August, in the summer, you can look forward to Infinity Suite for everyone. This is going to be the time of the year where we are going to introduce the lightweight version of Infinity Forms alongside with the new management system for Infinity Forms on SaaS. The main idea behind Infinity Flow in this release is to help users get oriented in complex flows. Like, for example, when you are zoomed in a very small area, the overview of the whole process, or at least the main structure, will be visible somewhere, so you still have the full context on what's around. With Mole, the same. And November release is going to be magical. Imagine single form wizard for your Infinity Forms, where you can define collapsible sections, you can define titles, subtitles, design options for all these sections, and make it even more intuitive for users when they use this specific form. For administrators, there is going to be hybrid setup wizard to make it very easy when the data should stay on the server and users access them from SaaS. Infinity Flow Wizard will definitely be a great big thing we are committed to provide this year. And Infinity Mole Wizard will help you define your own patterns to recognize when the click application is reloaded. So this one is more focused on developers. Users, administrators, developers. This release is going to be magical for all of them. But I really hope that you see all of these releases fruitful, interesting, and above all, really helpful. Now please give me a few minutes to show you what will be new in the first Infinity Suite release ever, that will be out in 2 weeks, and what you can look forward to. The main points I already mentioned, but as a Click user I know it's much more powerful to see it. So here it is. The object commenting in Infinity Forms has been redesigned, so when I now click on this button, what happens here, instead of having comments all over the screen, I see it as a pop-up. And what's really cool is that I can move it over the screen. So I always see the rest of the screen and can find the context that's important for me. Also, what you might notice is the option to edit my own comments, collapse replies, and still see the information about the last comment, last reply here. The next steps in redesigning of object commenting will be tags and categories, but that's something that will be out hopefully in the next release as small enhancements. This great feature to move pop-ups over the screen is not applied only to object commenting, but to all the pop-ups, so it's in place also for single record view. Another enhancement regarding the single record view specifically is a demanded feature. It's coming, to show a field in the single record view only. So this quickly I can redefine the structure of my forms general to show only what's the most important and see details in the single record view. For developers, also the new option to show text and store ID for select boxes will help, as well as new option under the advanced settings, export and import field. When I click on this export fields button, a JSON is downloaded to my computer. And this JSON contains the whole definition of all the forms fields. It's important, to remember it doesn't contain information about measures and dimensions because the structure of this part of the object might be changed based on the click enhancements. But in this JSON file, you find the whole definition of all editable fields. So if you want to make any changes offline in your computer or copy and paste existing field and create 20 similar fields, this is an easy way how to get started. Once you save this JSON file, you can import it back. Finally, in Infinity Forms, we provide you the option to define background of editable fields by expression, so I can't wait to see it used in your solutions. With Infinity Flow, there is also this option to move a pop-up all over the place Yeah, as you can see. Let me make some selections. And now you see two new features. The first one is the back button. So you can come back, change your selections, and keep moving according to the predefined flow. And the second new thing is that you can resize this pop-up to be sure that all the information can be shown in an understandable way. For bar charts, that might work also with a smaller pop-up, but this can be very handy, especially when you have wide forms tables or map of the world. Yes, these are all the actions we want to allow you to use in Infinity Forms too. I don't need to be redirected now. I also mentioned when, especially for Infinity Flow, we revamped the documentation, so let me give you a sneak peek. And here it is. For example, the basic concept section now contains also some kind of glossary. What the node is, what the line is, it's explained, showcased, wide range of usage is shown here, and as I mentioned, videos are embedded all over the documentation. when it comes to, for example, required data model, the section many developers would go to. Here you can find many examples that are ready to be copied and pasted into your Qlik applications, alongside with all the screenshots and information you need to see your own Infinity flow in your Qlik app. And also a new section is here, it's called Tips and Tricks. And in this section, you can look forward to the predefined script that generates the audit log from the already existing data, and also another script that derives node types. So these pre-built node types that are included in Infinity Flow right after you upload the extension to the QMC: start, activity, decision, and those node types based on the process theory can be automatically derived based on the data, because when there is no previous step of the process, it's start. When there are two outcomes or more than two outcomes, the type is question. And this logic is included in this predefined subroutine you can copy and paste and use in your applications. The last part of Infinity Suite, Infinity Mole, brings this big rock, the pattern recognition. However, right now I don't have any demo application yet, but at the time of the release, I definitely want at least one demo showcasing the main functionalities be available on our portal, Infinity Universe, available for download, so as a free template. Right now, when you click Infinity Mole in this search or in this product filter, you find here an inspiration for unstructured data use cases. However, what's missing here is this application that help you get started with Infinity Mole. And it will be there. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your time. I'm looking forward to all your ideas, inputs, insights. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach to us or schedule a call with me as part of this Maria on Demand initiative that's ongoing. Feel free to use it. Every first Friday of a month, I'm available for calls. No matter what's the topic, naturally the best is if it's at least related to data and analytics. Thank you guys, and see you soon.